taking a little bit of a pause after the holidays. Good morning. How are you today, Judy?
Good morning. I'm doing great, and I love this idea. I think we should all do it. And it's called Janopause because we're supposed to give it up for January. But since we're kind of already in January, I'm thinking this needs to be a January-February thing. What do you think?
I think so. And anytime we can stop the habit that might be harming our bodies, like drinking, something to keep in mind. What can be done?
Well, this is exactly what we need to all think about. And you just said exactly the right thing. We know this is not good for us, yet we still do it. So we do need to stop drinking. There's other things. If you're a smoker, try to stop those habits. But stopping these bad habits, what we found in the study, like stopping alcohol for 5 weeks, they had a 3.3 weight loss. And you may say, well, 3.5 pounds, big deal. But all they did was stop the alcohol. So if you think about that over the course of the year and you think about how much weight you have on you that's actually from the alcohol, that should give you a hint that that's, putting on the pounds there.
Judy, how much are we talking about consumption-wise? Are we talking about somebody who's an everyday drink or a couple of cocktails at night? Or
someone who really does.
Are we talking about somebody who's fallen off the stool somewhere or what?
Well, it's funny that you ask how many, because people need to be honest with themselves and they need to be honest with their healthcare provider. At Executive Medicine of Texas, we ask how many drinks. We say wine, beer, hard liquor, and whatever they say generally, we can double it because people aren't honest really with themselves about how much they're drinking. So when we talk about moderation drinking, we're talking about a couple of drinks either a night or maybe 5 in a week or so. But just stopping that. These are, alcoholics that stopped drinking. These are people that, had a couple glasses of wine with dinner, maybe had a hard liquor drink on the weekends, along with the wine during the week. So when we say stop, we mean even if you're a moderate or social drinker, just give it up for a while. You'll be amazed how good you feel.
What exactly is happening in our bodies when we stop the drinking? What can be improved?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is the best part. Because people don't realize what happens when you drink. You get inflammation. All this alcohol has to be metabolized through the liver. The liver has to detox your body. So every time you're drinking, your liver is working extra hard. So when we stop, we improve our liver functions. We improve our glucose levels. Glucose levels or blood sugar levels. That is what causes diabetes. That causes inflammation. Now we know that those spikes in glucose actually have to do with a whole lot more than just diabetes. But there are a lot of things we improve within our body. Also, our sleep. People say, I sleep so much better if I have a drink before I lay down. No, that you think you do, but you don't. Study after study in controlled environments where they actually can hook you up like a sleep study have proven that you do not have good quality sleep when you have alcohol on board.
So we're sort of tricking ourselves. Our eyes might be closed and we don't wake up, but
you're
our
not
bodies...
getting good restful sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people snore when they drink.
Yes.
And if you don't think you do, ask your spouse. They'll tell you.
Yes. No kidding. Well, Judy, they say when you stop smoking cigarettes, my father stopped in 1951 and picked up a pipe and got too busy for that. But, and he always said, unless you've tried to quit smoking, don't ever knock anybody that's tried to quit because of the pull of that nicotine. But they say when you stop smoking, almost immediately your lungs go into a healing mode. And they start to repair themselves almost immediately from the cigarette smoke. And the same thing with the alcohol consumption, too, huh?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because so many times patients tell us, I've been drinking my whole life, why should I quit now? Or I've been smoking my whole life, why should I quit now? That's exactly why, because your body has the ability to repair. So if you stop smoking, yes, you can start that repair. It takes a while, but the repair process starts immediately and continues as long as you stay off of the cigarettes. And the same thing with alcohol. One thing that people don't understand about alcohol is it pickles your brain. They've done multiple studies. Now we have MRI and we have functional MRI, things we didn't have in the past, where they can watch the brain on alcohol and they can take alcoholics off of alcohol and they can rescan their brains, and the brains actually start repairing themselves. A lot of people that drink don't understand the damage they do to their brain. The thing they need more than anything is their brain. And boy, when it's not functioning well, you're up a creek.
Is there anything we can do if somebody's listening right now and they're thinking, you know what, I'm going to do this, but it's just so hard, or what can you do to help yourself stop and maybe back away from the alcohol and do the January, February pause?
Well, we know that when people do things as a couple or in a group, they're more successful.
You got that
So get
support.
your spouse, get your buddy at work, get your best friend, find somebody and say, hey, let's do this together, and let's hold each other accountable. Because when you have an accountability partner, it makes things easier, because you can lie to yourself and you can kind of let yourself down, but for some reason, we don't really want to lie to other people and let other people down. So
I got some friends that don't let me do that, boy, I'll tell you, too, yeah.
They're your people to call this
Yeah,
day.
yes.
For sure. Well, Judy Gaman, she's health and wellness expert. Thanks to Fox News Radio, we're able to have her today, and just really happy about the study and giving us good advice on how to be healthier at the beginning of 2014.
Great information, Judy. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
always a pleasure.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Sweet lady.
Yeah, very nice.
Very good information.
Yeah, there you go.